nothing to do, nowhere to go. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complaint level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Last 2 days we have tried what we have to learn from the world. So, our interest in the world can never remain the same all the time. Like during the childhood, we were so much interested in the toys, silly games. But after some time, when we grow out of it, or we grow out of the childhood, we are no more interested in those childish games. But at the same time, very important thing for us to learn is we do not have any disliking for those games. We may not like those games, but we don't have disliking for them. It's a very subtle understanding. See? So exactly what happens? We grow out of those games. How important it is. We have to grow out of it. Similarly, when we are living in this world, and if we are really growing in our maturity, we will not have disliking for anything in this world. We will grow out of it. So, when we have no more liking, at the same time, we have no disliking. If this is happening with every experience of our life, then only we are really learning the spiritual aspect of our daily life. See? Now, for example, I do not take milk or milk products. It is not that I dislike them, but I know it doesn't suit my system, and therefore I don't take it. So there is a very hair-thin line of difference between disliking and dispassion. Dispassion is the presence of a particular thing or a particular experience doesn't add to our comforts, but at the same time, it should not make us uncomfortable. This adjustment we have to learn, and this we can learn from our day-to-day experiences. See? Like we go to so many places, and there are things which we are not comfortable with. Then what can be done? We have to learn the art of remaining indifferent to the things. And to remain indifferent, our Maha Mantra tells, Dekho, suno, mat bolo. See, hear, but no comments. See. Thus, today we will try to learn what we have to learn from the experience of our life. Last 2 days we have seen what we have learned from the world where we are going through the experiences. Now we learn from the experiences of our life. if we see, most of us are the victims of our personal likes and dislikes. And these likes and dislikes have no logic, no reason. See? For example, I do not like certain thing in food items. I don't like something. Now there is no logic behind it, why I don't like it. And the same thing is liked very much by others. They also don't have any logic behind it, why they like it. In short, our life is guided by something or somebody who is influenced by the personal likes and dislikes. And therefore, if we are aware of this, then what we have to learn is only this, that let the likes and dislikes not guide our life, but let the wisdom guide our life. This is what we have to learn. Now, how the wisdom is guiding our life, be very attentive. Any event, anything that happens in our life, that is for our evolution. Like we grow in our age. Imagine if we do not grow at all, we remain the same age throughout life. How miserable it will be for us. You ask the kids, what is the goal of their life? They already have planned, when I am grown up, I will do this, I will do that. See? So, it is every event. So, as we are growing in life, similarly, we grow in education, we grow in our profession, and in that growth, if we are able to learn. See? Now, what is the learning? First learning is our interaction with the worldly objects. These objects give us experiences. Now, once we know that this particular thing, if I eat, I suffer. And yet we are not able to learn. This is what happens with the people who are addicted to the things. See? Addictions are our inability to learn from our experiences of life. Therefore, we begin in a very small little way and then we go on getting buried in that particular way of lifestyle. So, there are 3 stages through which we go. See? First, we like or we dislike. We become victim of that. Then, this liking and disliking becomes generalized in our life. See? These 2 factors, liking and disliking. I like sweets. I don't like bitter. I like cold. I don't like heat. I like oceans. I don't like mountains. I like vegetarian food. I don't like non-vegetarian food. So these likes and dislikes, they are common. It's not that the liking for food is different from liking about the worldly, let's say, the climate. No, liking and disliking, they are same. So as we grow in our life, unknowingly what happens? We start strengthening our likes and dislikes about everything in this world. So in our childhood, our likes and dislikes are very thin. But then what is affluence? And what is the so-called love our parents have for the kids? That so-called affluence or love is give yourself maximum choice. More the choice we give, more we are buried under the influence of likes and dislikes. Therefore, the first step we have to learn from our own experiences is Are we strengthening and supporting our likes and dislikes in life or not? We have to check it. It is for this purpose, simple things which are done in life right from the childhood. For example, in simple families, average families, lower middle class families, they have only one type of food for all of them. And all of them have to eat that. See? So slowly, that child develops this ability to adjust whatever food is available. But if you see the so-called affluent people, their children are extremely miserable because they have given themselves too much of choice. Therefore, this is what we have to learn. Our life is what we are or how much we are influenced by our personal likes and dislikes. See, yes, likes and dislikes make us the slave. If this point is clear, then next step. What should be the real spiritual practice? See, whatever is ought to be done should be done, whether we like or we dislike. So simple. But I don't like it. Who asked you our question? There is no question of liking, it is liking. Immediately the whole life will change. See? Therefore, this is one part of learning about our experiences, that when we are interacting with the world, are we depositing likes and dislikes, or are we trying to get out of the personal likes and dislikes? This is step number one. This is what we have to learn. And nobody can learn it for us. Now, second thing. When we are living in this world, what is our purpose for what we are living? Are we living only because we cannot die? Are we living only being a burden to ourselves and to the society? See? And to get out of our personal likes and dislikes, one simple technique is we have to rise above. How to rise above? See? There was one boy who asked me this question. He said, I want to, young boy, must be mid-20s. I like running after girls. What is wrong in that? I said, nothing wrong. Run. So he got confused. He thought that I have not understood his situation. He said, no, you are not able to understand, Swamiji. I said, look here. If you are feeling lonely to run around, I can join with you. Said, no, not that. Then I told him, look here. This is not your problem. Your problem is, when you want to study, your mind runs here and there. When you want to do something, your mind doesn't cooperate with you. Then, if you have a higher goal in life, lower things will drop automatically. See? Now, those who are wanting, there are some girls, they want to walk like a cat, although they are born as human beings. See all those girls who walk on the fashion parade. They have got a particular figure, is it not? 36, 24, 36. That is there. These are the things, they have got it from the tribal drawings, If you see the tribal drawings, everything is in a triangle, like the first upper triangle, lower triangle. That is the ideal they have. Now, if they want to have that particular size, because they want to walk on that catwalk. What they have to do? They have to have strict control over their diet, exercise. They don't eat food. They calculate the calories because they have goal, something to. So when you have a higher goal in life, lower things will automatically drop. See? This you have to learn. Now one more example. This happened in one institution in India, BITS Pilani, one of the topmost institutes, engineering and everything. So, there was one teacher who happened to know me earlier. I didn't know him, but he knew. And he said, when I went there, he came and met and said, Swami, do you recognize me? When you were teaching yoga in this Kaivalya Dham, I was one of the students. I said, very good, but I don't remember. You don't remember? I said, no. I thought you remember me. I said, that is your problem. I don't remember. I got a problem. I said, yes. Tell me, what is the problem? My problem is, here all facilities are available. The best facilities that can be available are available here. There is a Olympic size this swimming pool, all the gadgets for doing exercise, all the yoga things, everything is available. But none of the students come and join. And I feel frustrated. I said, look here, for me, all problems are solved by proper thinking. There is no way. If you think properly, problems are dissolved. You don't have to solve the problem. He said, what do you think about this? I say, what for you have come to this institution? For teaching yoga or for earning bread?
Sorry, I'm still not sure about that.
See? So she has been listening to every lecture.
I'm not sure.
It's good that she's attending your satsang.
So, you have come here for earning your bread or teaching to the people. First priority is what? So when you came here for interview, that time what was in your mind? You wanted a job so you can earn money and you can look after your family. Is it not? Yes. Now the second question. Are they paying you your salary? Yes. Are you satisfied with the salary? Yes. Over. Whether somebody comes or not, who cares? See? He said, but it is so important, why they don't understand? I said, okay, again think. I said, do you know which students are admitted in this institution? They are the cream of India. When those students are in class 8, class 9, that time they are career oriented. From that time they are studying. And before getting admission in this institution, they undergo a special intense course. And thereafter, there will be more than few 100,000 children appearing for the competitive examination. And out of that, only 60 students are selected. And they join this institution. So what is the quality of the students? See, they cannot be attracted toward this. Those who are physically oriented, they will be easily attracted toward the physical yoga. And that too also misunderstanding. See, if you really want to know what yoga is, then study Patanjali Yoga Darshan And there is distinctly brought out that when it is said, Yogaha chittavritti nirodha tada drashtu swarupe avasthanam, when your thoughts are suspended, you abide in yourself. Which thoughts? Under what condition? That day we have seen. Mind goes through 5 stages. One is extremely disturbed mind, kshipta. Second is dull-witted, nothing goes in. Like somebody has taken some drink and all that. The third one is obsessed mind. Under these 3 conditions of the mind, if you suspend the thought formation, you become more obsessed. That may be samadhi, but it is not yoga. See? Then what is the yoga? When the mind has come to the state of the ekagra chitta, the mind is fully available for whatever we have to achieve or whatever is the goal. When such a fully available mind, technically called as sayyama, when the sayyama is developed in a person's ability, with that sayyama he can discover many siddhis. See? Like when sayyama is what? When the mind doesn't get influenced by the time, space and object. Meaning what? The mind is fully available wherever you are, whenever you are, whatever you are. Fully available. Such a mind, when it is, let us take, focus on the esophagus. On a regular basis, long period of time, you conquer hunger and thirst. There are many yogis, they don't have hunger and thirst. It is not any kind of a magic, but because of this ability. So when the mind is ekagra chitta, it is single pointed, and because of that, many siddhis, many magical powers are invoked in one's life. Majority of us get lost in that. See? So, blessing, cursing. Now, he who goes beyond that, see. So, these 5 stages understand. Disturbed mind, dull mind, obsessed mind, single-pointed mind. When one goes beyond this, then we come to Niruddha Sthiti. And in the Nirodha Sthiti, tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam, then we come back to our essential nature. And here also there are 2 stages. One is you are undisturbed, but you are not abiding in yourself. That is the first stage. And the second stage is you rise above all the positive and negative aspects of the mind. See? So, presence and absence of anything do not disturb you. See? Like presence of various colors and forms and absence of various colors and forms do not disturb our vision. How simple it is. Whether it is chanting the Lord's name that we hear, or we hear the braying of a donkey, it makes no difference. So, we ultimately rise above the presence and absence of anything. All our experiences are classified into these 2 categories: joy and absence of joy, sorrows, absence of sorrows. They are complementary to each other. Noise, silence. Gain, absence of gain. Loss, absence of loss. In short, all the experiences that we go through the mind have these two aspects, presence and absence. So we are sometimes influenced by the presence, sometimes we are influenced by the absence. See? So the last stage is we have to rise above the presence and absence. Now this part is learning, knowing, education, study, Vedanta. This part. But we can come to this part if we have first of all cross all these things. So the mind is no more disturbed, the mind is not dull-witted, the mind is not obsessed, the mind is single-pointed but not getting lost in the various siddhis which are developed, and then we come to the last stage where presence and absence does not make any difference to us. Because, now be very attentive, because we do not have that experience. Do we have the experience of our absence? We cannot have the experience of our absence. Therefore, is it necessary to say, I am that? One person asked me this question once. He said, Swamiji, I always experience I am that. What is your experience? I say, I am not that. Now, simply reading the titles of the books, that is not spiritual life. Like one boy asked me this question in a college after my talk. He said, Swamiji, tell me, who am I? So I asked him, should I tell you the truth or bluff? He said, for a change, tell the truth. Then I told him, you are a fool of the highest order. He said, do you mean Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi was like that? Because this is what his statement, who am I, is the scheme of spiritual life. I said, he didn't ask me this question. You have asked me this question. Now learn. This question comes or becomes valid under a particular condition. Like somebody asks me, Swamiji, who are you? So I'll say, I am man. But who are you? I am old man. But who are you? I am a sannyasi. But who are you? I am Indian. No doubt. But once I accept myself theoretically, then I am someone other than the body. Because after listening to satsanga, this we have to learn, that the first step on the spiritual path is we have to recognize ourselves to be the embodied someone other than the body. And this you can learn only from your own experiences. See, when some small operation is conducted on our toes or fingers or anywhere little bit, they give the local anesthesia. And then you see that particular part being operated, and then they will be giving a cut, remove whatever they want to remove, a lot of blood comes out, and then they will be suturing it, stitch it properly, and you keep on watching. This is what happened with me, therefore I am telling you. So when it happened to my toe, when they were cutting and doing everything, I was watching that time it came to my mind, I think I have become a yogi. Now see, they are cutting my toe, but I am not getting the pain. I was so thrilled. Spirituality is growing. Only for half an hour. After that, oh God, then it was a terrible pain. That day I have learned this. Experiences do not happen to the body. Experience happens to the mind. See? And what are the experiences that happen to the mind? Two types of experiences. Something is recognized as present and something is recognized as absent. See? Don't we say, hey Mr. So-and-so, you were very conspicuous by your absence. So we recognize the things in two ways. Somebody is present, somebody is absent. Whenever our experience is in this field of is and is not, we are functioning at the mind level. See? And when we rise above the mind, then tada drashtuhu sarupe avasthanam. Then we are really abiding in our essential self. So what we have to learn? The first learning is all experiences happen only to the mind. See, if the mind is dull, the life is dull. If the mind is agitated, the life is agitated. If the mind is miserable, the life is miserable. See. Therefore, this is what we have to learn. We have to grow out of this complementary opposite. This is what Bhagavan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. Dvandvair vimuktaha sukha-dukkha sajnehi. We have to rise above the dvandva, complementary opposites. And once you take this as your spiritual practice, then you will see the change that comes in our life. See? The change will be, we will be alert, not dull-witted, not obsessed, and we do not want to prove anything to anybody in this world. Now this is the next point we have to learn. This happened here only in UK. We are in UK. It happened in UK many years before. I was to reach Wales, I think, to Annette's house from Heathrow. So one lady came to pick me up. And when we were going, so I casually told her, I said, Mama, you are going the wrong way, I think. You tell a lady that she is going the wrong way, you require courage. I told. And now I am here for last 35 years. I said, that doesn't stop you from making mistakes. I said, anyway, continued. After about half an hour, she said, yes, what you tell is right. I have taken a wrong exit. I don't know what to do. I said, follow Indian technique. 2 wrongs make 1 right. So go the wrong way. No, we can't. I said, all right, then do whatever you like. So we have to go almost for 40 miles. And then we had a U-turn and came back. Thus we reached that church where I spoke on Bhagavad Gita 1 hour late. And I was thinking that all the people must have gone because we are too late. And then I had to relax. But they were waiting. So I was surprised. Naturally, directly from the car and on the dais, and lecture started. After lecture over, some tea, coffee, socializing. Then I went to my hostess place and had the dinner. After the dinner, then I was watching one documentary of BBC on Ganges or Himalaya, something like that. Now this lady, elderly one, she started telling me, Swamiji, now go and sleep. I said, look here. As long as I am cool, it is good. If I become violent, it will be difficult for you. Don't dictate me. I'll do whatever I want, okay? No, not that way. Actually, you came all the way from India and then driving here 3 hours and then this talk. You must be tired. Therefore, I am telling you. I said, you may be tired, I am not. He said, this is what I want to know. How come you are not getting tired? I get tired. I want to be like you. I said, you cannot be like me. To be like me, you require beard. Longer the beard, confirm is the realization. Shorter the beard, doubtful is the realization. No beard, no realization. Swamiji, please don't make jokes. I said, no, there is no need. You are sufficient. Then I told her, I said, no, what is your problem? Your problem is, you are trying to prove something to somebody in this world. Never do that. We are struggling for that. I try to prove something to somebody. And in that hypocritic lifestyle, we get tired. Be as you are. See, your problem is this. You want to try to prove something to somebody. Alas, you do not know what you want to prove and to whom and who cares for you. And second thing is, we always try to justify. Actually, I wanted to come on time, but it so happened, my husband went here, there, and then the car, and then there was traffic. Who asked you? Two things. See, never try to prove anything to anybody, never justify. We are answerable to our own conscience, not to the world. See, when these things we learn from our day-to-day experiences of life, then you will see we are growing daily with every additional learning. Now this homework I have given in all my talks, and I am so happy to tell you, nobody practices this. Because it is very difficult. See? If I tell you something simple, you will do it. If I tell you that take food without salt for 1 year and you will be realizing God, I have no doubt you will start it and do it. But if I tell you this thing, every day take a nice copy, booklet or book, and every day write what I have learned today is the name of your copy or a book, and then write what I have learned today. Number 1, today I have learned this thing. Second day, don't do D2. You have to learn every day something new. And by the time you complete 365 days, read that. See. So with every learning, we grow wise. Therefore, whenever people talk about Guru, I have never experienced Guru somewhere outside a person. See, the whole world is Guru if we are learning from them. See, food is outside, hunger is inside. Outside food, looking at it, your hunger cannot be satiated. The food must disappear in the stomach, then only the hunger is satiated. In the same manner, outer, every person, every situation, every event is our Guru if we are able to learn. See, friends, so like the external food must go inside where the hunger is, in the same manner, Where is the doubt? Where are the problems? The problems are in our mind. So, the external guru must get inside our mind. So, external guru is teaching and internal guru is learning. So, our learning ability is the descent of the external guru in our heart, in our mind. See, friends, if we take this, then you have understood the story from Srimad Bhagavat Mahapuran. There, in the 11th canto, this story comes. There was a great Avadhuta, he was Bhagavan Dattatreya, and he was lying comfortably at the base of the Himalayas on the Ganges bank. Comfortably right now. So one king goes and asks him, "O great master, what is that? What makes you so happy, free from all burden, worries, relaxed? Where do you get it from?" So he said, "I learned it from my guru." "Oh, really? Who is your guru?" He says, "I have got 24 gurus. 24 gurus. See, it's not that he has 1, 2, 3, Guru Maharaj, cut. No. Then he tells, what I have learned from which guru. So, guru is not important who is outside. What is important is inside guru who is able to get the message. See, friends. Therefore, we are told in that beautiful narration in Bhagavat Mahapuran, he goes on telling so many things. 1 or 2 stories out of that I'll tell you. From the 5 great elements, what he has learned. One element I'll tell you, rest you study. From the space I have learned. Space supports everything, rejects nothing, opposes nothing, but doesn't get influenced by anything. This is what the space is teaching us. But we are not able to learn. Now what can anybody do? See, friends, it is so important that learning happens in our heart, in our mind, not outside. Therefore, if this is taken as the inner guru, then you will understand what I am giving you importance or example. Then write down every day what I have learned. So that many times the guru has descended in your heart, external guru. See. Then there is another story. He goes somewhere and then he had food and he was lying down in a veranda. And a girl who was pounding the paddy in a pestle and mortar, and when she was pounding, she had lots of bangles in her hand. So, when there are bangles in the hand, naturally it will make noise when you pound it. But there was no noise. So, when she came out, he asked, "How come you have bangles in your hands and you are pounding the rice or the paddy, how come there was no noise?" She said, "No, when I started, I realized if there are many of them, they make noise. Then I removed, kept only two in both the hands. Again I tried, even 2 of them made a noise. Then I removed even that one, and there was only one. And when there is only one, there is no noise." See? We talk ourselves to ourselves. Why? Because inside we are not one. We are a poultry farm. Cock, 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 cock. If he says like that, I am going to tell him like that. If he is like that, I am not going to. See? We create a question and we answer. We create question, we answer. in Australia or somewhere it happened. We were going through immigration, and my friend was with me. He is a local citizen, so he has no problem. So there was one passenger who was going, and he had some argument with the immigration officer, and the police was called and he was bundled up. And the whole atmosphere in that hall was tense. Then we are going, and my friend held my hand. He said, Swamiji, you have got your passport okay? You have got your return ticket? Everything is okay, na? And let us pray to the Lord. We should not go to that particular officer, because he's already angry and he will become. I said, relax, man, relax. He said, what is this relax, relax? If something happens, I said, let it happen, then we decide. Why do you project, that if this thing happened, then nothing happens. You relax, that is important. And as if the Lord wanted to play, we were diverted toward the same particular person. And then he held my hand so hard, I said, the blood circulation is stopping, just leave it. We went there, I gave my passport. He did not even ask for the return ticket. He simply looked at me, posed. See how we suffer. And the suffering comes from within ourselves only. Nobody is responsible for that. Therefore, the highest spiritual practice is keep cool, relax, relax. Agitations and disturbed mind are the problems. Problems are not outside. See, if your mind is at peace, then external problems can be dissolved by proper inquiry and thinking. But if the mind is disturbed, even if there are no problems, we create problems because the disturbed mind is the problem. And therefore, the only way to lead the spiritual life is learn from every experience of our life. And for that, try this every day. Write down today what I have learned. And keep it with yourself. Don't send me. Because I get fed up with that. There are some people, whatever I tell, they will be telling, Swamiji, what you told, I did that. And really it is very helpful. But it will help only once. Now again it is not helping. What should I do? See, that's why I get the WhatsApp, not in tens, but I get hundreds of them. And 90% I don't read. Only that which are concerning the day-to-day activities that I read. Otherwise, many of them write thesis on WhatsApp and send it. See, friends, therefore, learn from every experience of our life. So when we are thus interacting with the world, there is a possibility that we learn from the experience, then what is the effect? And we don't learn from the experience, what is the effect? When we don't learn from the experience, then we deposit likes and dislikes as impressions on our mind. And when we learn from our experiences, we do not deposit likes and dislikes on our mind. This we have to learn. Now see how it is. We all have some time or the other in our childhood touched the fire for whatever reason. And we got our hand burnt as a child. And there we have learnt that fire burns. And therefore, do we have hatred or liking for the fire? No. Because we have learnt. And not only that, what we have learnt, how to utilize the burning ability of the fire to our benefit. The same thing applies in every place, in every situation. See? One more thing, I'll tell you what I learned in one of the, while checking In South Africa it happened. Whenever you are in public interaction, never argue. Don't try to prove yourself very extraordinary. Be simple. See? When I was going back from Johannesburg to India, I gave my ticket and bag. He said, no, you are allowed only 10 kilos. You can't put, you have got 20 kilos. I said, no, for the one person. He said, okay, but you have got half ticket. Half ticket? I said, my passport is telling I am old. And half ticket, is it new technique or what? No, don't argue. I said, I am so sorry. Then what do I do? Please tell me. Go to the superintendent. I went there. Then I learned I should not be argumentative. I became dumb. Why you have come here? He sent me there to you. Then he saw the passport and he saw the ticket. How come? You cannot be half ticket. Oh, because of that they have given you 10 kilos. Okay. He said, from there, give him full. So, okay. So he gave 20 plus 10. I got 30 kilos. If I had argued and logic and frustration, you get lost. In Narad Bhakti Sutra, this is the most important sutra. Vado na avalambyaha. Never take refuge in arguments. Because arguments can never be conclusive. One argument can be posted by other argument. How simple things are these. And when we are thus learning from our day-to-day life's experiences, we are living in meditation. One more example. One person was learning car driving on the football ground, open football ground. So there is no possibility of committing an accident on the football ground. But there also he found out one tree and committed accident. Now such a person, can he drive the car on the main roads in the same manner? If we are not at peace with the world, can we be at peace with ourselves? And if we are not at peace with ourselves, can we be peace at with the whole world? See? So driving the car on the football ground is like, are you at peace with yourself or not? On the football ground, there is nobody, there is nothing. Inside us, there is nobody, there is nothing. And therefore, we must be at peace with ourselves. Watch how much disturbed and how much agitated we are inside. Therefore, a person who is not at peace with himself or herself cannot be at peace with the world. See, friends. And this is the simplest spiritual practice. How to remain at peace with ourselves by proper understanding. Whenever we become somebody, we keep on talking. If there is nobody, we talk to ourselves. But others cannot listen what we talk because we are talking to ourselves. But our actions show it. So keep on talking inside. Watch this thing when you go in public places. Anybody sitting all by himself or herself keeps on talking. So, what is the talking? I create a question and I answer. If he says like that, I will say like this. If he says like that, I will say like this. And you go, he says nothing. What will he say? Observe this. Therefore, I told you a simple technique. Do not talk to yourself. But how not to talk with oneself, then what will I do simply like that? From this learn. We are learning the art of learning. Learn. Thoughts cannot express without words. Therefore, think without using words. But you are talking to yourself. Yes, what Swami is telling is true. Oh. Think on any theme, but don't use words. This we will be able to practice if we reduce our talking in this world. Constantly, how much we talk. For understanding purpose, I give some calculation data. Only for understanding. Don't catch me with words. If you do 8 hours of physical work and you require n units of energy for working for 8 hours, and if you talk intensely on any topic for 1 hour, the energy consumption is same. So in talking, we spend 10 times more energy. And when you think intensely, learning, we take 10 times more energy than while we are talking. See how much energy we waste. On the contrary, lesser we talk, lesser is the energy expenditure. Don't we talk, no energy expenditure. And that is why whole day we are tired, exhausted, all energy gone, and we go to sleep. What is going to sleep? Not talking to oneself. Therefore, when we wake up, we are fully charged. See? It is on this basis they tell that you must observe mauna as the spiritual practice. But I am not in favor of that. See? Those who don't talk to others, they keep on talking within them. Talk to others when required. Not unnecessary talking. Similarly, don't talk to yourself. If these two things are consciously practiced, you will remain always inspired, full of energy. tiredness is reduced. Thus, working on the mind is possible by knowing the simple facts of life. Lesser we talk, more energy is conserved. Lesser we talk to ourselves, we are practicing real mauna. Bhagavad Gita tells, mauna is the discipline of mind. Mana prasada saumyatvam maunam atma vinigraha. Therefore, when this is practiced sincerely, we are able to learn day-to-day life, and the Guru is always with us. So let us invoke this inner Guru, who is none other than our ability to learn from every experience. Let us invoke him and not allow him to die. We have learned the art of learning. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.